Hey everybody, thanks for joining me once again. Today, I have for you 3 mini reviews from albums that were sent to me by Black Devastation Records. In these 3, I'm going to review... you know what the hell, I'm just going to review them right now. Here we go. Hope you like it. This is my favorite of the bunch so far that I've listened to. The band is called Rusting Sun, and this is a band in which the owner of Black Devastation Records plays. And, you know, not knowing what I was getting into with this pile of records, I had no idea what to expect with this stuff. A lot of it is pretty typical, not all that jumping outside of the genre's boundaries, but this one in particular has really impressed me, and it's something that, had I heard it beforehand, I definitely would have picked up on my own. They also have another full length. This is their first full length from 2006, Behind the Shadows. And what makes this band really unique is its use of just very, very dissonant guitar riffs. It's kind of slow and churning and brooding, and just kind of, I think, you can hear there's some strange lyrics and vocals kind of going on. By the way, this is what we're listening to. Some really strange sort of like emotional sort of lyrics about dealing with insanity and depression and stuff like that, and distraught feelings. Not that that's something that you have to connect with in order to enjoy a record, but that really paints a picture for what this record does and the tension that it brings to the listener. There's this really unique sort of repetitive, just sour note guitars going on throughout the whole thing, and there's different bouts of intensity where there's some typical blasting kind of metal stuff, but then it will kind of break down and just kind of go crazy and do other things with violins, clean vocals and stuff. And there's just some really great use of song dynamics where they really build up the tension and then just kind of release it all, or they'll build up into a really angry part and blast away at it for a while. All in all, I think the general aesthetic of the album is really well thought out and done. It looks like the band is no longer together anymore. This album came out in 2006, so I'm really looking forward to checking out their other album that came out in 2013. Yeah, this is a really interesting release, and I hope you decide to check it out. I guess comparisons to Vedboen's End could be made with the dissonant guitars and kind of more emotive, less brutal, and less abrasive kind of style in the guitar work, and in the clean vocals too. There were definitely some parts also that reminded me of the other kind of Vedboen's End worship band, Whirling, which I'm a big fan of. Put a link down below for all these, of course, so that you can check them out. Please do. Next we've got this full length from Wolfsschrei. This is the Unknown Spectre of Evil. So this is pretty typical of a lot of the releases on Black Devastation Records. High quality, well made, just no frills, meat and potatoes, black metal from Germany. This is hand numbered out of 299. This is a one-sided 12-inch. Comes with a printed lyric sheet. So there's only 4 songs on one side, but they are good songs. This is a lot more vicious and violent and just fucking nasty, evil German black metal like only the Germans can do. The drums are very intense and just pounding ferocity. Riff-wise, though, I don't know. I'd say it's kind of interesting how the tempo of the guitars doesn't always match up with the drums. The drums are just constantly, furiously blasting away, while sometimes the guitars are kind of like slowing it down, and I kind of like the interesting interplay between the really fast tempo of the drums and the guitars are a little more laid back every once in a while. Causes some interesting sort of interplay. That's Wolfsschrei. A lot of their other releases, as far as I have heard, are a little bit more atmospheric, a little bit more maybe emotional, I guess. This one is just raw, fucking evil, nasty, insidious German black metal, and it's really good. That is The Unknown Spectre of Evil by Wolfsschrei. And last, certainly not least though, this is really, really good. So I first discovered Pohjast, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago or so. You know what? Now that I think about it, I can't remember how I even found Pohjast, but I was a fan before I even found out about Black Devastation Records. Both of their full lengths are amazing, and they both feature Eric Sire on vocals. Eric Sire is a member of The Sire, and he's also, I think, collaborating with Akitsa on their forthcoming release. And Pohjast also has a forthcoming release. This one, however, Der Term, is their first demo, 4 songs, and then on side B is a rehearsal recording. These songs are fucking great. Again, like I kind of did like a quick review of their full length. The riffing on this is super great and reminds me of one of my least favorite Immortal albums, At the Heart of Winter. It's got those big kind of epic, drawn out sort of almost like stadium metal sort of riffing. Just like major chord riffs as far as, I don't know. I'm not a guitarist. I don't know. Is it major chords that this is going on here? I want to say that's what it is. But awesome stuff. Just really big, super epic riffing. Really mid-paced kind of stuff here, as you would expect based on the album cover. Just really impressive songwriting. Of course, all of these are on black vinyl, if I didn't mention that already. But I believe the four tracks on side A have Superior Drummer or some kind of electronic drums on it, and then the 2008 rehearsal is a more live sound. It has more real drums on it, but no vocals. So the singer on this one, I kind of expected to maybe not like this as much as I did the full lengths, because Eric Thessire only sings on the full lengths and he didn't sing on this one. But I actually really enjoyed the vocals on this. This is one of the bands that it's pretty rare that I am like a fan of a band because of the vocals. But Pohjast is definitely one of them, and so for Pohjast to have 2 vocalists that I'm a pretty big fan of is really saying a lot. So this is Der Term from Pohjast. It's a 12-inch, hand-numbered, limited to 99 copies. I believe you can still pick them up, but I think the deal about it is that they all got damaged a little bit. So there's this little bit of a tear. And, you know, I don't really mind. It's a great record. And he's selling them for cheap. So if that interests you at all, I highly recommend checking out Pohjast. And definitely their 2 full lengths. There's... I can't think of them off the top of my head. There's one that's only on CD, and then there's one that's on LP. And that one is amazing. It kind of looks like this, but it's got like a wolf on it. Anyway, so that is 3 releases from Black Devastation Records. Check them out. I'll put a link below for you to check all the releases out. And thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.